The worst feeling you can ever go through is knowing exactly what things, if you did them, would make your life better, but at the same time feeling tied up and unable to do them. So, are you lazy, or is it deeper than that? If I asked you right now, what are the things that would make your life better if you did them? I'm sure a few things would immediately come to mind. Things you can do, but something is stopping you. Something is preventing you from actually getting things done. Why is it so hard for us to start important things, and so easy to go toward things we know are harmful? And what's the solution? That's exactly what we're going to answer in this video, so like and subscribe. Okay, procrastination exists in all of us. Everyone procrastinates, but in different areas. Some people procrastinate in studying, others at work, some in exercising, and there are many different forms of it. Most people think that procrastinators are lazy, unorganized, don't care about achievement, or don't know how to manage their time. But the truth is, it's a bit different. Everything starts in the brain. The moment a task reaches your brain starts analyzing your feelings toward that task. For example, if you have an important exam that you must pass and you feel stressed and anxious, your brain goes, "Hey, calm down. Why all this stress? Let's relax now and see what happens later." In this way, the brain avoids facing pressure and negative emotions that came with realizing you have this task, so it tries to delay it as much as possible. That's why you don't start studying until there's no time left and you're forced to begin with an insane amount of work piled up. But what are these feelings that give the brain this signal? To understand them, you need to understand something called the procrastination cycle. Let me explain it to you. Imagine you have a task, writing a research paper worth 50 marks. Here, the task has high risk and high consequences. The first feeling in the cycle appears doubt. You start telling yourself, "This is hard, it's complicated, it needs a lot of time." Then you start thinking about the results and how you're not able to start. Here comes the second stage, anxiety. You overthink everything except actually starting. This anxiety grows and leads to the third stage, fear of failure. And that fear takes you right back to doubt, and the cycle starts all over again. You delay more and more. And suddenly, everything in the universe becomes more interesting than starting the task you're supposed to do. And if you notice, when you have the most important exam of your life tomorrow, you suddenly realize you can't focus unless you drink a whole tank of tea. So, what's the solution? The solution is actually very simple. Do nothing. Yes, do nothing. If you have studying or important tasks, tell yourself, "I either study or I sit here and do nothing." Only two options, but on one condition. You remove everything that can distract you or give you pleasure. And trust me, you will study. And studying will actually become enjoyable. There was an experiment where they put a group of people in an empty room, no distractions, nothing to do. The only thing inside was a device. If you pressed it, you would get an electric shock. Their task was simply to sit in the room and do nothing. After a while, most participants pressed the button more than once. When they were asked why, they said, "Because of boredom." Boredom made pressing a button and feeling pain more enjoyable than doing nothing. If you remove all distractions and your only two options are boredom or studying, your brain will try to avoid boredom at all costs, and it will choose studying, and you'll study, and you'll actually enjoy it. But you must be serious. The second solution is to break your tasks into small stages that you can finish quickly. The feeling of completing one stage will make studying enjoyable and will convince your brain to keep going. And the final solution, find another person to study or work with, but don't choose someone worse than you and end up making tea together. Like and subscribe. Peace.